In this video, I will be discussing the whats and the whys of meditation for a spiritual seeker. I will make a separate video about the health benefits of meditation. In this video, I will mainly focus on the concept of meditation from the perspective of non-dual philosophy. And let's begin. What is meditation? Why meditate? But before we begin to answer that question, let's ask ourselves a more fundamental question. Who am I? This is a question that has fascinated science, philosophy, religion, and those who are on a spiritual quest all alike. Because, as we would all agree, all our experiences in this world are centered around our very existence. If we did not exist, we wouldn't be able to experience the many things that we experience in this world. For us to experience anything at all, we need to exist first. And none of us would deny that we do exist. However, we mostly consider our existence from the aspect of our waking lives, ignoring the dream and the deep sleep states completely. Although they do occur every single day of our lives, we barely pay them any attention. For diving into seeking the answer to the question, who am I? Let's consider all the three states. As everyone would agree that we exist in all three states, although at very different levels of consciousness. Now let me ask myself the question, who am I? Because of course, I have to ask myself this question. I can't seek any external help. As every other person that I perceive in this world, I do so only through myself. So who am I? I point to myself and say to myself, this is me, this is who I am, referring to my body, at least in this waking state where I am able to speak. However, in this same waking state, I also refer to my body as my body, implying that there must be an I who owns the body, just like the many things in my possession that I call mine. Common language makes me feel like I intuitively know I'm not my body. Rather, I'm the owner of the body. If I lose a finger, a limb, or all my limbs even, I would still retain my sense of I. If I were paralyzed all the way below my neck, I would still not lose my sense of I. I couldn't be this body, but must be the owner of it. Also, in my dream state, this body remains still on the bed, and yet, while using a different body, I'm able to have many vivid experiences. So vivid in fact that I believe that it is actually happening to me. I can feel pain, pleasure, all sorts of physical sensations. I can see, hear, touch. I also experience all sorts of emotions like anger, fear, and anxiety. All of this while my physical body perceives nothing at all of the so-called objective world. I generate a dream world in my own mind, and I believe that I'm actually going through those experiences, none of it being real in the general sense of the word. If I were only this physical body, I couldn't have experienced a dream solely through the power of my mind. I must be the mind then. It exists, runs all the time in my waking phase, and even in my dream state. I even remember my dreams once I wake up. At least, at times I do. must surely be this mind, this incessant stream of ever-changing thoughts that keep running through my mind in the waking as well as the dream state. But wait, what about deep sleep? In deep sleep, I have no thoughts. My mind is absolutely blank. Pure darkness. No experiences of either the body or the mind. My mind is completely oblivious of the world around me as I sleep deeply. My mind clearly doesn't exist in deep sleep. And I'm definitely not aware of my physical body or my dream body while I sleep. But do I exist in deep sleep? I feel I do. I'm certainly not conscious during that time. However, when I wake up, I have a clear recollection of being sound asleep. So much so that I feel completely refreshed, being quite happy that I'm well rested. How is it that I'm able to experience myself, although neither my body nor my mind experience anything at all? My mind is so silent, it doesn't even have a clue about how long I slept for, until I look at the clock upon waking up. I didn't even have the perception of the movement of time while I slept. How could I have existed without an active body or mind? If I could exist in my deep sleep without my body or my mind, I must surely be something other than the two. Although I'm not able to feel this something as anything other than the sense of I-ness that I call I. What is this sense of I? Upon inquiring thus, I can understand at an intellectual level that I must be something other than my body or my mind. But how do I experience this I-ness? Is it possible for me to reach this innermost core of my being in this waking state? Maybe I could try stilling my body and my mind. That must surely lead me to my essential self. Stilling the body and the mind? Wait, is that not meditation? Stilling the body and the mind, trying to reach our true self, the very core of our I-ness. Meditation calms the mind, has been proven by research to have many health benefits. And if you undertake a meditative practice in order to achieve those results, that's amazing in itself. Because that would definitely transform your life for the better. If, however, you're on a spiritual journey and the questions like who am I? Why am I here? What's the purpose of it all? Have ever bothered you to an extent that you have tried every way possible to find an answer to those questions? Know that the only way to reach the answer to those questions is to go within yourself. And that is where meditation comes into the picture. After all, how can we know anything at all until we know who we truly are? Meditation is like a mental gym, a sort of a training protocol to let the mind learn how to stay still. You may try any of the many meditative techniques available and prescribed. It doesn't matter as long as you're able to achieve the mental stillness. Once the mind learns how to stay still, our true essential self emerges on its own. The inner self that is pure existence, pure consciousness, and pure bliss. If you're considering starting meditation, I hope this talk gave you some basic insight into the whats and the whys of meditation. I sincerely hope you will start soon on the journey and make great progress. If you already have a practice, I would say keep it up and spread the light.